In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and valuable friend. A friend with whom he parted ways where he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took place among legends.
You two fairies did great. I wonder if he has anything good on him. Huh? This guy? Well, that shouldn't be a problem.
Ooh, what a pretty ocarina. Hey, Skull Kid, let me touch it. I want to see.
You can't, Tail. What would you do if you dropped it and broke it? No way, you can't touch it.
Oh, but sis, why can't I try it out too?
Well, that was rude. But what's going on, everybody? This is Sunaak here, bringing you a brand new series to the channel, Majora's Mask 3D. And I'm very excited, and as I'm going to be talking about this, I'm going to be swinging around the grass to get some money. But very, very excited because this is the 3DS version of Majora's Mask. However, there are some mods and texture packs on here to enhance the experience to make it more like the original, which I kind of prefer. But we'll go over the changes as they kind of come along. But I recommend actually getting some of the grass here so that you can, or cutting some of the grass and getting the rupees and stuff as they come, because money is going to be pretty valuable in this game. So, but let's just go ahead. But we got some fancy little tricks here that Link is going to be doing. I ended up calling myself Sunaak on this one. I normally did call myself Link in the past, but I just put Sunaak for the sake of it. But
What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Oh, boo-hoo, why the sad face? I thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come now. Do you really think you can beat me as I am now? Fool! Now that's a good look for you. You'll stay here looking that way forever.
Sis.
Whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me. I'm still here. Tail, you can't live without me. You. If I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gone separated from my brother. Well, don't just stand there, Deca boy. Do something. Why are you looking at me like that? What is there? Something stuck on my face? Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please, come on, a helpless little girl's asking you, so hurry up. Oh, Tail, I wonder if that child will be alright on his own.
Alright, so here's the big separation of, and why I kind of prefer, or I really enjoy Majora's Mask, is that you will be in different forms as Link. So this is going to be the Deku form. Instead of rolling around like normal, you have your spin attack that you're going to be doing, so that's very useful for now, but there's going to be more as we go along.
Hey, wait for me, don't leave me behind. That stuff back there, I apologize, so take me with you. You want to know about that Skull Kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea where he might be going. So take me with you and I'll help you out, deal? Please? Good, so then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that Skull Kid. My name's Tattle, so, it's nice to meet you or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? If I figure out something, press the right on the D-pad and I'll tell you. Hopefully you'll manage to get by without my help until then.
Alrighty, so just like Ocarina of Time, we are going to have a fairy, but this time it's not Navi, it is Tattle. So spoilers for Ocarina of Time, we don't have Navi with us. Yes, blah, blah, blah. So basically the big thing is the difference between the Link form and the Deku form is that we can be able to use these Deku flowers to fly around. Very, very useful. They are stuck on a set radius, so you can fly back to that instead. So it's not like you have a limited amount of time, it's just stuck to a radius. So as you get out of that radius, you'll start to slowly descend. So very, very cool. I'm going to go ahead and go this way because there is a chest this way. And it would be, I think, really good for us to pick it up. Because we could skip it entirely, I think. If not, I don't think so, actually. Never mind. But I think they did remove some platforms here to make it so that you did have to go this way. But anyway, let's grab this chest. And we got Deku Nuts. We didn't have them from the beginning. So it is what it is. Open a chest and you hit puberty, I guess, in Zelda is what it is. But let's go ahead and go down this way. So unfortunately we won't be able to reach it all the way from there, so we're gonna have to use this one. It feels very nice to be able to do that, and then if you hold R, like Tattle was saying, you can look down. That is an addition to the 3DS version of Zelda, or Majora's Mask. It is so that you can precisely look down and use your, or just get an idea where you're gonna land. So very, very useful. Definitely will be using it from time to time, so very, very useful addition to this. I do apologize too. So if you happen to see little stops like that, I will be blaming the emulator. That's all. But yeah, very excited. As you're also going to be hearing, the Re-Orchestrated music. Oh, it's so good. So good.
You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I found you. Now, don't think of me rude, but I have been following. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you get back my precious mask that imp stole from me. What? Is that not a simple task? Why, to someone like you, it should be no means be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find a way around it. Oh, and one more thing. Please be so kind as to direct your gaze over there for a moment. That strange stone over there, you see it? It's called a Sheikah stone. When the world has weighed you down with worry, crawl inside and let it show you the way. If you ever find yourself lost on your grand adventure, seek the counsel of this wise old stone. It surely will help you on your noble quest. Well then, I am counting on you.
Alrighty, so just like Majora's Mask 3D, they did involve another Sheikah Stone, which you can find hints to find some items and stuff like that, but I won't be using them, personally. But dawn of the first day, 72 hours remain. Here we go. Get ready, because this game is on a time limit. So this is going to be South Clocktown. And I love this theme so much.
He gives me the creeps. That mask salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking aloud. But 3 days? Even if we never sleep, that still leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Well, don't you just stand there. We're gonna go see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. I'm pretty sure the Great Fairy lives in the shrine somewhere here in town. Where? Well, somewhere. Don't push me for details. Come on. We don't come to the town very often. You could try to talk to those kids who hang around town.
Okay, well, ignore the kids, but... Oh, okay. Thanks, bud. All right. But we're gonna go ahead and get started, really. In order to see the Great Fairy, we do need to pick up an item before we go. I'm just gonna do it to save you some time, because there is a cutscene that we can go see if we don't have this, but come over here to the laundry and you'll get this fairy. Please hear my plea. The masked skull kid has broken me apart and scattered my pieces. Please find a way to return me to the fairy fountain in North Clocktown. Okay, so that's where the Great Fairy is going to be located. The one thing I really enjoy about the 3DS version of Majora's Mask now is that it does have a dynamic camera. If you are playing this on the actual hardware and everything, you will be able to use the little C-stick on the new 3DS to play it. And I think there was also like a Circle Pad Pro thing that could have been added to your regular 3DS if you didn't have it, but I digress. But let's stop by over here before we move forward. Because this was another change introduced into the 3DS version, so you can save your game at any point in time if you come to these statues. I probably made a huge mistake, and if there's anything wrong with the recording, I gotta start all over and make a new file. But oh well, we're gonna push on. But instead of having to save using a thing that we're gonna be using later, you can save at any time at those statues. So very, very accessible to new players who are kind of stressed about the time limit. But welcome to North Clocktown. There's a lot to see, lot to do. We are on a time limit, but it's okay. We don't have to really beat this in 3 days, and you'll see the reason why later. But with all that money that we did gather, I highly recommend to come over here and talk to this gentleman.
What's this? Green clothes? White fairy? Sir, could you by chance be a forest fairy? Oh my name is Tingle. I am the same as you, sir, a forest fairy. Alas, though, I am already age 35. No fairy has come to me yet. My father tells me to grow up and act my age, but why? I tell you, Tingle's the very reincarnation of a fairy. Now, while I stand here waiting for a fairy of my own, I sell maps to help out my father. Lucky, lucky, you're so lucky to have a fairy. I know. We should be friends. Yes, in exchange I will sell you a map for cheap as a sign of my friendship. Will you buy one of Tingle's maps?
So you do want to go ahead and buy the Clocktown map for 5 rupees. You got a map of Clocktown, so now we can see it. The thing about this is that you all won't be able to see it because I have it on the bottom screen, but I'm only showing you the top screen. So Tingle Toodle... Oh, I don't know how to... I was trying to read ahead, but Tingle Tingle Kululimpa! These are the magic words that Tingle created himself. Don't steal them. Alrighty, let's not dawdle on, but I highly recommend only buying the map of the area that you see him in because of the fact that he will sell them more expensive if you're in a different area. So I know you saw one for another region, but don't. It's 40 rupees, and you can get it cheaper when you see him a little later. So... She looks so much better in this version. Tattle, and you of the young one of the altered shape. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. I am the great fairy of magic. I thought the masked child was helping me, and I grew careless. All I can offer you now is this. I shall grant you magic power as a sign of my gratitude. Please accept it. So we've been granted magic power, so now we can spit out magic bubbles from our mouth, or whatever, our nose, or whatever this Deku mouth is. The man who lives in the observatory outside of the town may know of the Skull Kid's whereabouts, but be careful. You must not underestimate that child's power, young one. So once we come back and actually get back to our normal self, she says to come back and she can help us out with another thing. So we got to remember that for later. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and I want to get started on the first 3 days here because really the first 3 days are going to be a big tutorial thing for yourself and everything. So I want to go ahead and grab the bomber's code here. Are you the one who just popped that up there? Not bad for a Deku scrub. We bombers have a hideout and leads to the observatory out town. You need a code to get in. Maybe I'll tell you what it is, but I don't think getting it that easily. I can't just tell you what the code is. You'll have to pass my test first. Are you ready? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have to pass this little test here. There's 5 of us, and they're going to hide in all over the town, and we got to find them before the next day. So it's going to be very easy because we are getting a big start in the day, and they're going to be one in every area of Clocktown. But that's just for the 3DS version. The N64 version, you will find, like here we got the bomber leader here, so there's 4. And the Nintendo 64 version, I'm gonna go to this area here first, and that might help me visualize it for you all. But in here, the east, I believe east or west, western. I know my directions. Is it right? Is it right? Come on, tell me. East Clocktown. Okay, good. So in the Nintendo 64 version, there'll be 2 bombers here, but in this version, there's only 1. So let's go ahead and find where he'll be. Oh, where'd he go? I'm trying to like remember where he is myself in this game too. But we do have this flower here, which allows us to get to the top of here. And okay, cool. Yeah, you're right here. Okay, so there's 3 more left. Not bad. What do you have to say? Did play these games, these stupid brats game. Come on, hurry up and find them already. We only have 19 hours and 30 minutes until morning. So she's gonna keep you updated with that. So if you ever see her pop up, you could just ignore her. But this is East Clocktown. There's a lot of stuff to do in this area. There's a bunch of mini games. You have the bar. You have the inn. There's 2 little mini games here, or sections of this map, and then also you saw that kid bouncing on the northern part of it. There will be well, that's where we'll need the code for. So come over here and break this box. We're going to be another bomber. In the Nintendo 64 version, that kid will not be here. So I believe it's going to be 2 in the east. I believe there might be 2 here as well in the Nintendo 64 version. And then the leader will be back in north. So we got West Clock Town here. There's a bunch of shops here. I believe this is the... What is it? The Curiosity Shop. Then you got the regular shop, and then there will be a bomb shop here. So gotta remember those. This is also where the postman has his house and his area where he lives. So, and then there's also I believe this is the swordsmith or sword training area, but we can't do anything with that later. Or we can't do anything with that until later is what I mean. But also, I know there's a golden flower here, but let's... Wait, hang on! Get that while we're here. This is my private property. Don't just use it when I'm not around. Okay, so we're gonna come back to him later. So that's the unique thing about Majora's Mask, is that you have a lot of things that you can do in this. I'm gonna go ahead and grab him here while we're... Oh, hello? There. Okay. But a big tip, if in the Nintendo 64 version and the 3DS version, you can blow your spit bubbles and you can stop them in their tracks too. So that's very useful if you're having trouble kind of chasing them. You're pretty good for a Deku Scrub. If only I were human. Then I could give you an original bomber notebook and make you a member. What do you guys think? No way, no scrubs. I guess not. Once we let some kid who wasn't human join our gang, and boy, did we ever regret it. Sorry. But I'll teach you the code, just like the one I promised, so you can only use it once, so blah, 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 so whatever. Unfortunately, it's not going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we got 4, 2, 3, 1, 5. The entrance to our secret hideout in East Clocktown. But also another tip is that this is unique to every save file. You can't just use the one that I had here. It will not work. But in the 3DS version, it will write it down for you in the Bomber Notebook, but which we'll get later. So just a heads up on that. So let's go ahead and use the code to get into the observatory. So it was 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. Oh, what? I didn't have to look up the code again and stop the recording to do all that. I don't know what you're talking about. I totally remembered the code. Anyway, moving on in, this is going to be the path to the Astral Observatory, which we do need to stop by and do if we're wanting to complete this. Another change to this mod pack that is different from the 3DS version is that the fact that unfortunately in this game, or the 3DS version, they decided to tweak the Deku Scrub's momentum as he would hop across this. Normally, if you do a spin attack in the Nintendo 64 version and do a dash right before then, you'll bring that momentum with you to go further, which is supposed to be that way, I feel. And in the 3DS version, you would literally get to a stop into a halt and then just kind of like do a small little hops. I don't know. It's dumb. They fixed it to be the Nintendo 64 version is what I'm trying to say. So you're going to see some changes like that, which I really appreciate. Tattle, what do you want? Wonder if the astronomer knows. Okay, shush. Yeah, she's just going to keep bugging you about the time and letting you know, so. But we are coming down over here to speak to said astronomer, so. Oh, why were you moving? Why are you still now? What? Okay, so the cool thing is those 3 pots will have blue rupees in them, so very nice. Don't want to dance with you. Sorry, didn't mean to talk to him. But there is stuff that I want to do while we're taking on the first 3 days and everything, so that we can kind of just get everything done within the allotted time that we have now, and not have to keep doing it once we restart. But
Well, a strange-looking child has joined me today. Are you a new friend of the Bombers gang? Your manners seem much better than those of the mischievous friend from the other day. That ill-mannered troublemaker from the other day said he'd break my instruments. He said that he'd steal my moon's tear, and there was no stopping him. Even now, just watch him. He's probably causing trouble around the clock tower. Will you gaze into the telescope?
so we do want to gaze into this telescope. Oh, dude, I love the way this game looks so much. Time is still moving while you're here, so just a heads up. But like he said, look at the clock tower. So we got to zoom in on this. And sure enough, there he is. As if a telescope would be able to bend down that far like that. Alright, so taunting us from the very top. Love it.
Well, did you find that troublemaker? What was that loud noise? Perhaps another moon's tear has fallen nearby. Go through that door and take a look outside.
So we're just gonna do that. So they were also talking about the carnival that they're having here. So that is the point of the 3 days stuff that's going on. But anyway, we got the moon's tear. The sparkling beauty radiates rather strangely. Hey, just so you know, there's items like that called gear. Gear is basically just stuff you won't normally need to mess around with or think about much. So, blah, blah, blah. So basically, it's just another... Moon sure is huge right now. It looks like it's going to come crashing down on us. So, blah, 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 blah. So basically, she was saying that there is like a little gear menu so that they'll store that off to the side kind of a deal. So you won't have to take that out usually a lot of the time. If there are people that want to trade items with you and stuff, they'll pop up automatically within like the screen. So we'll show you later. But we are entering the night of the first day, so don't worry, we won't be going... We're going to try to go through all the 3 days in this first video because of the fact that the first 3 days, like I said, they're going to be tutorial heavy in terms of just trying to get used to your Deku body and all that stuff and getting used to not just being in your Link form or your human form. So, but there is something I want to do before the first day is up, and I gotta try to hurry up and get over there. But we do have all the essentials done for the first 3 days that you need. The only thing that we need to do now is take this Moon's Tier to that Deku Scrub that we saw earlier. But before we go do that, while we have the time, you want to make sure you come do this. If you're following along, you can do this at any time. But like I said, I just want to handle it now. But there are certain things that we could do within specific days and time limits. So we're going to go ahead and pop over here and hop over this fence. So let's go and read the sign. It's the Deku Scrub Playground down in this hole. Alrighty. So come on, head over here. And then sure enough... How about it? Will you play, young one? So it's going to require 10 rupees. That's why I think money is very valuable in this. Of course, the mini games cost money, but again, I'll explain a little bit later after this one. So if the time it takes you to get all the rupees is faster than the current record, blah, blah, blah. So we got to beat 1 minute and 15, and the time doesn't start until you leave this Deku Scrub, or this Deku Flower. This is also very, very good training for... getting used to flying around, but using that 3DS version targeting where you get to look down so you can precisely land is very, very useful for this. So highly, highly recommend you utilize it. And it's also, I think, faster to do it this way too, because you don't have to worry about missing it. Because in the original Nintendo 64 version, you had to just fly and guess if you were gonna... Oh, crap. I almost messed that up. So yeah, you want to kind of leave these as they're hitting their peak. Because you would have to just try to guess and actually land on it, which was fine. It wasn't too bad. But this minigame, I will say, is kind of... I have to focus sometimes. I don't want to mess up because I just want to make sure I get this done. Okay, so let's fly to these. We still have a little bit of time. Like, you're going to be fine. I'm pretty sure you all will probably beat this faster than I could. Oh, almost messed that up. I think I took like a bad path. That's why I was really, really slow. But anyway, 1 minute and 1 second. Amazing. A new record. So we got a fishing hole pass. This is something that will be used for later. But it's highly like... and it was only in the 3DS version. I think if you beat the Nintendo 64 version, you'll get like more money in return. So highly recommend doing it. But you get your money back by beating it and actually getting all the rupees in that. So if you spend the 10 rupees and beat it, it's like you just got everything for free. But you're gonna see me come over here to this side as well. Every time we can come back and spawn in this area to get money every time. So I'll explain why. But there's also kind of like a weird dude here right now. So what does he have to say? No, not doing anything suspicious, really. Okay, so weird. But I kind of want to wait here till midnight because of the fact that there is something that I do want to show off. That is very, very unique to Majora's Mask and why I highly, highly recommend this game and love it so much. So right here at midnight, there is an old lady that comes in. You can speak to her. Excuse me, just passing through. Okay. So we're gonna just let this happen. So a cutscene's gonna start happening.
Ouch, where were you going?
Stop, thief! Just an old lady. Give me back my luggage. So he is a thief here. Unfortunately, we can't do anything. You're gonna just try as you might right now. There's nothing you can do to stop him. You can't really do anything with your bubbles either. It'll just smack on him, but nothing happens. But he's gonna get away. We're just gonna let it finish up. But also the stupid thing is the guard won't do anything, but he'll try to stop you instead. It's really funny to watch sometimes. Oh my, and I thought we would finally be able to stock big bomb bags in our store. What a shame. So, unfortunately, we couldn't do anything, but that is the big appeal to Majora's Mask, is that there is things happening, or there are things that are happening whether or not you're there. So, if we would have not been there at midnight or past that, that stuff would have happened already. But one of the big reasons why I'm also telling you to get as much rupees is because there is a bank here that if we can deposit 200 rupees, we will be able to get a wallet upgrade. But for now, I'm just going to deposit... I'm going to deposit 50 rupees because I'll do 60 because I still need some money to play the other games and stuff. But Sunaak, okay, you won't forget it. Okay, so we saved up some money. But that is one of the big appeals to this game, is that there's going to be a lot of things happening behind the scenes with the time. I've already sold all of my wares and the carnival hasn't even begun. I'm thinking of closing up shop so I could buy a gift for my wife and return back to my village. I heard that they're looking for a moons tier. Okay, so we have that moons tier and we're going to go ahead and trade him the moons tier. Give you my Deku flower. So we got the title deed showing that we own this golden flower now. So the big thing is to remember to get that moons tier and come trade it off here. And that is all that is required for the first 3 days. So very, very recommended you just at least do all this for the first 3 days. And then I will show you how you can skip through to the next days. And this is all where I'm kind of like all over the place. I'm so sorry. But we got a piece of heart. Our first one of the game. So this game, oh man, I love it. This one has like the most heart pieces, I think, so.
Looks like we still can't use the stairs to lead up to that roof. Well, it can't be helped for now. Just do something to pass the time. Chat with people, do a little dance, whatever. It's not really my business.
So, unfortunately, we can't do anything to reach the Skull Kid at the moment, but you will not have to wait the full 3 days. So that's very, very useful that we don't have to. So if you come over here to the shop... Is he here? Please tell me he's here. Yeah, he is here. So there's going to be a scarecrow here. It's like the one we saw in the Astro Observatory. Yo, hey baby, I'm a stylish scarecrow wandering in search of pleasant music. Time will pass in a blink of an eye if you dance with me. So we get to dance till dawn. So, dawn of the second day. I'm going to be doing this as well as taking care of another thing real quick. So, I highly recommend doing this so that way you can knock, I guess, 2 birds without one stone. Okay, so I'm going to say no, but you can dance and skip time. He's going to do it in half a day increments. So, he's going to do, or 12-hour increments. So, he would dance until night. And so it would be the night of the second day, and then you could do it again until the third morning, and so on. So as you can see there, we are in the second day, and we're covering the yellow bar now. So it's very interesting, very cool. So now that it is the dawn of the second day, you can come back to the Deku Scrub Playground, and there's going to be another mini game for us. So this is why I'm kind of doing this. I want to get the reward that is for this. And be able to just knock out the first 3 days too, so might as well. So as you saw the first day, the platforms were moving in a in an up and down motion. Now they're going to be moving horizontal. So another 10 rupees to beat to oh my god, I'm losing my mind. So another 10 rupees to try to beat today's record. So I think it's going to be the same amount of time. In the game, but 45 seconds, not bad. We were a lot faster in the first day. So 45 seconds, that's a new record. So the good thing is you don't have to beat your own record, so don't worry about being too fast. But we got another fishing hole thing. That is only in the 3DS version, so don't even worry about this for the Nintendo 64 version. I believe I already said that. Bro, my mind is gone. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this out, but I'm gonna be grinding here, getting some rupees and stuff so that I can go ahead and deposit it for the bank. So I will see you guys once I deposit another, I guess, 99 rupees. Okay, I'm back. I decided to do a couple trips to get 99 rupees from the North Clock Town from the grass. So if you just keep leaving, coming back. The first trip I deposited 99 rupees, and then I got to 159. So now I'm gonna just deposit to give myself the wallet upgrade. So we're now at 209 rupees. So I guess I recommend that too. If you guys want to just rather skip the time and do the Deku Scrub Playground thing or whatever, or just kind of skip time to get to the end of this, you can do that. But I recommend maybe also grinding up the rupees for that so you can at least get the first upgrade. So that's actually very useful from the beginning because there are ways that we can get a lot of rupees and fairly quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next Deku Scrub Playground. So, alrighty, day 3, let's go. Okay, so the difference between day 3 is that it's going to have a mixture of both horizontal and vertical moving platforms. So it's going to be the most challenging one. So, but however, I honestly think the second day is the hardest, but that's just me. But they give you a whole extra second, guys. They're super generous. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wait for this first green rupee platform, and let's go. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to hop off onto this one here. Kind of similar strategies, except you don't have to wait for another platform. I think this one's honestly a little bit easier. Oh, as soon as I say that. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna reset myself. Hold on. Okay, now we can land on it. Oh my god! Just like that. The best time out of all of the 3 days, and this is my second attempt. I'm ashamed. Oh, we're dealing with a pro, so take this and don't come back. So we got our second piece of heart here. So that was the reward for completing it on the 3 days in a row. So I highly recommend doing that while you're just going through the first couple days. It gives you something to do. Meanwhile, instead of just having to wait for the timer to expire or dance the night away. Alrighty, so I decided to take the liberty and cut a little bit here, pass the time, and just wait here for a little bit. But just to show you what the next thing we got to do now in order to progress the story is wait until midnight of the third and final day, as indicated by here. Rooftop access is strictly prohibited, and it's until midnight of the eve of the carnival, which is right now. So Tattle's gonna let us know, but I'm gonna wait here, and then I will let you all know when. Well, I will wait here, and then I will see you guys back when it's midnight.
Don't stop now. Look, you can get up there now.
So now that if we hit the eve of the carnival, you'll see that a timer begins, and it's kind of weird because time in this game doesn't actually translate to minutes like that. It's actually a lot slower this last half. So I just thought I'd point that out.
Sis!
I'll tell it. We've been looking for you. Hey, Skull Kid, what if you gave that mask your right back now? Hey, come on, are you listening?
Swamp, mountain, ocean, canyon. Hurry, the four are there. Bring them here.
Don't speak out of line, stupid fairy.
No, what are you doing to my brother? Skull Kid, do you think you're still our friend after that?
Oh, whatever. Even if they were to come now, they wouldn't be able to handle me. Just look above you. If it's something that you think that could be stopped, then just try to stop it.
Alrighty, so the big thing is we have 5 minutes to stop this moon, but unfortunately we can't really do anything other than just spit bubbles at him, so go ahead and do that. And there's our precious ocarina. And nothing else really happens. You can't speak to him, you can't really fight him, do anything. He kind of just blows the bubbles away, so. We got the Ocarina of Time back. Princess Zelda gave us a precious instrument. So we take it out with that button and then we use the other buttons, blah, blah, blah. So we got memories flooding back. You're already leaving to the land of Hyrule, aren't you? Even though it was only a short time, I feel like I've known you forever. I'll never forget the days we spent together in Hyrule. And I'll believe in my heart that a day will come when I shall meet you again. Until that day comes, please, take this. I am praying. I'm praying that your journey would be a safe one. If something should happen to you, remember the song. So now we remembered the Song of Time. This melody lingered in the edges of your mind and is a song of memories of Princess Zelda. I want you to know this is the only time we see Zelda too. So, fun fact. The Goddess of Time is protecting you. If you play the Song of Time, she will aid you.
Snap out of it. What are you doing? Lost. What are you doing? Lost in memories. Get yourself together. Getting that old ocarina back isn't gonna help us. Somebody, anybody, Goddess of Time, help us, please. We need some time.
So we're gonna go ahead and just do that and not pull out our ocarina, but that instrument. When did you? So it's kind of funny, but the ocarina actually turns into a different instrument depending on what form you are. So let's go ahead and play the Song of Time and get out of here. Oh no, the 10 rupees I didn't deposit, no.